I'm gonna go over defense on the teeps. I'm gonna have Jacob just throw his lead teep at me. First thing on defense, what can I do as far as teeps go? Go ahead. I just back up. I'm losing ground, so he's the aggressor. I can swipe. I want to be on the outside of him. This is really bad for your shoulder. They check for impingement this way. It's severe internal rotation of the shoulder with force. I want to be here, that way I can pass the kick, but also I want to keep the shoulder up just in case he comes with a right hand or a right hook or something, that I have something there. If I just do this, I don't have anything aside from that. I can just move my hips. If I trust myself and trust my distance, if I trust that I can just rock my hips and not give up ground with my feet, then I'll do that. Because what if he double teeps? Again, it's not gonna be a hard shot, but if you went to go take a breath, it's for sure gonna hurt. I can just slide my lead foot back, but I get really top heavy. So if he followed through, he can just push me over. Personally, what I like to do is a mixture of both. I like to swipe and get myself on the outside, but I also like to draw my hips back with my lead foot. You can pass with the rear hand. I don't prefer to. That's my shoulder that bugs a lot again. You can just let it slide off and pass. That way you kept your ground and you can fire back. I'm having that foot draw to my open side. That way I can return with my power side. If you need to step out and pivot like you were doing a hook, you can do that too. If you want to do a little bit of evil shit, you can swipe it with the elbow. I don't want to bring that hand down too low, right? Because I'm leaving my face wide open. I have nothing on that side. I like being out here because I know his back is turned to me. I want to be here, that way I can tag and score. That doesn't mean I can't go inside. I can swipe inside, but again, I drop my hand for the swipe. His right hand, his power side's right there, so I need to have something here or be super quick with it. Let's go right teep. Same thing, I can be on the outside. Personally, I still like using my lead hand for everything. Dropping the hand so I can swipe, but I'm still trying to keep the shoulder high if I can, because I don't know what's coming behind it. Favorite techniques for countering the teep, let's go back to lead. Go. And I know he can't defend on that side. I know he can't block. If I can do it quick enough, I want to kick him before he lands. Now on the off chance that I happen to swipe and I go inside, that's usually gonna be a right hand for me, but I gotta get this left hand up right away, because I don't know what he's gonna come with. It could be a right hand, it could be a right elbow, it doesn't matter. So, catching. Catch. I'm cupping his Achilles and his ankle, right? And I'm putting this hand on top just for good measure. For my rule book, if I catch it and don't do anything with it in the first 2 seconds, I just let it go. I don't want to live here straight on, because he can rechamber and tag me. If I went to take a breath, if I took a little break right there, it's right at my diaphragm. So I need this foot off line, or I need to be off center line. Catch, as far as striking goes, I like to pull this off to the side. Again, I'm outside. And if I'm being safe, I'm gonna do a right hand. Catch, I like, again, pulling off, getting off the center line. I'm going to his outside, and I'm gonna pull him towards me, and I'll propel myself towards him, and it's gonna be a hook. Also notice on that hook, my defense is now over here. So if I get him used to boom every time, and he still wants to throw the teep, the next time I'm gonna come to the body instead. Now as far as catching and sweeping, catch, again, I like to stay outside so I get off the center line. I'm gonna take this hand and I'm gonna try and go across his chest in training. You can go across the face in fights, whatever. And try and get my right knee behind his right knee. He's a little longer and taller than me, so I may just have to use my leg. I like going across the chest because it gives me a good fulcrum point as long as I'm blocking back there. If I just try and push him, he can hop back. You can kick the leg out, or if you're in training and trying to be nice, and you could just make a shelf. I'm gonna get deep right now. I just make a shelf, that way I can take him over pretty easy. And for whatever reason I can't get here, that's fine, I'll come here. I'll keep the leg, and honestly, if I'm getting closer, I want the knee. That way I have better leverage. Catch, transfer, I get the neck, I step in, but I get the neck, and I'm just putting my ankle, my foot on his ankle, and I'm driving him that way. Down and up, but also I'm pulling him towards me, right? Well, if I catch, if he's not flexible, just do this shit. He's either gonna hop back, or try and spin, or do both. Targets. Main target, when you're first learning this, just go for the stomach. Legal targets, depending on pro or amateur, And also I'm gonna cover training and coaching. If you're flexible, okay, chest. First two, the stomach and the chest. Should be fair game anywhere. Amateur, pro, training room, gym, anywhere. Triple check with your coach what's cool and what's not cool as far as teeps go in class. In my book, teeps to the stomach, teeps to the chest, all well and good. I personally don't care about teeps in the face because people are gonna throw it in your fight. You should train it. If you're going to fight that way, you should train that way. So I know a lot of schools deem it super disrespectful to teep in the face, but if I'm gonna eat it in a fight, I wanna eat it in training so at least I know what it's gonna feel like or I know how to avoid it. Other one that's iffy, teeping to the thigh. Now in some amateurs, you can teep to the thigh. A lot of amateurs, you can only teep from the waist up. You can teep to the thigh and it's in your fight, you better train for it. Never ever, unless you're in a pro fight, would I say teep to the knee, because you're gonna damage a lot of shit in there. Your stance is your responsibility. Always to the stomach, always to the chest. Triple check with your coach onto the face, triple check onto the thigh, never to the knee. So as far as types of teeps, this is all my version, this is all my style. I just like to touch. Okay, I'm touching, I'm scoring. Actually use it to push. You can do what I call a stab, where instead of touching or pushing, I'm literally just trying to stab in there and bring it back. So I'm still trying to follow the proper mechanics, but I'm literally just trying to jab, like I would jab the stop kick. The chasse, his iliac crest, his hip bone. All right, I'm trying to stop him in his track. Your jump and your run. Lead, jump. The running teep for me is this. Rear teep, rear teep. Okay, one more.